Ever had a neighbor point right at your family and say your wife and kids don't deserve what they've got? Yeah, that actually happened to me, and I wish I was making it up. Picture this. It's a Saturday. Skies are perfect burgers on the grill. My kids, Zara and Malik, splashing around in the pool. We spent months pinching pennies to build. My wife Keisha is laughing in the sun, floating in a chair, grading legal briefs between sips of sweet tea. I'm standing there thinking maybe, just maybe, we finally cracked the code, made it to the dream. A black dad, software engineer, married to the best civil rights attorney this side of Atlanta, two incredible kids, a house on Maple Grove Drive that screams, yeah, we belong here. For one golden afternoon, it actually feels true. And then, like a summer storm, she shows up, Vivian Blackwood, the queen bee of Lakeside Estates. Manicured, poised hair like a helmet, her stride so sharp I swear it could cut glass. Behind her, little Madison, maybe 9, looking like she'd rather disappear than be dragged across our lawn. Vivian doesn't bother with small talk. Excuse me. She snaps, her voice dripping with that HOA authority tone. Your family is using the pool incorrectly. At first, I laugh. How do you use a pool incorrectly? But she's dead serious. Your pool, your family doesn't deserve what you have. My daughter has more right to this than your kids ever will. It hits me like a gut punch. Not just the words, but the way her eyes slide from me to my kids, making sure I catch the message hiding just underneath. I try to keep my cool. Ma'am, this is our property. We bought the house, have all the paperwork if you want to see it. I'll show you right now. But Vivian's not there for facts. She's been waiting for this, maybe plotting it for months. She pulls out her phone like it's a loaded weapon, calls 911, and starts weaving this story about trespassers, aggression, danger, her voice trembling just enough for the dispatcher to hear the distressed white lady routine. For a split second, I doubt myself. Did I screw up? Did I miss some fine print in the closing papers? But the way Keisha looks at me, eyes blazing with that lawyer fire, snaps me out of it. We're not crazy. We're just being set up. 20 minutes later, Sheriff Davis rolls up. Now, this guy isn't what I expected. He's calm, careful, doesn't take sides, just asks for documentation. Vivian gives him this ancient property contract, supposedly showing her family's rights to the pool like something out of a bad TV drama. She spreads it out, points to clauses, makes a whole show. I see Davis's face shift just a little as he reads. Then suddenly Madison pipes up, voice trembling, Mommy, Vivian, why are we taking their pool? Zara said I could play with her toys. The innocence in that kid's voice cuts right through the mess. But Keisha's done waiting. She steps in cool and precise. Ma'am, I'm an attorney and your notary stamp. That style wasn't even used here 3 years ago. Vivian pales hard and the sheriff quietly asks me to step aside. Turns out he's seen this before. Mr. Wellington, he tells me, there's a lot more going on here than a pool dispute. His look says it all. This isn't just about us, and it isn't just Vivian. That night he comes back parking around the corner like he's in a spy movie. He's got a folder full of evidence, photos, records, maps. Turns out Vivian's part of an organized group called the Neighborhood Protection Network. They target families like mine, minorities who change the demographic in fancy neighborhoods. They fake documents, harass with HOAs, build up so much pressure you either lose your mind or just move out. 12 women, 3 counties, dozens of families forced out all under the radar because on paper it's just community standards. And then out of nowhere, my quiet neighbor, Mrs. Chen, shows up at my door the next morning with an old school tape recorder like something out of Cold War movies. She's been recording Vivian's conversations for months, has hours of her plotting, coaching. Madison coordinating with other women in coffee shops, talking about vulnerability metrics and target extraction. That little girl Madison had even been keeping a notebook writing down what Vivian told her, drawing maps of whose house to watch, what time we leave for work. I look at all this and realize we weren't paranoid, we were prey. My lawyer friend Jake comes over, pores over Vivian's contract, and confirms what Keisha suspected, tea stains, fake seals, the whole 9 yards. While he's busy debunking the legal junk, Mrs. Chen cues up her tapes. I hear Vivian, cool as ice, describing us, software engineer, civil rights attorney, 2 photogenic kids, perfect optics for our next campaign. She brags about using deepfake videos, bot farms, social media manipulation to pressure minority families until they snap. The tapes are a gold mine, and Madison's notebook is the missing link. Every family Vivian targeted had a folder, pictures, schedules, financial records. She even classified kids as emotional leverage assets. This is industrial-scale stalking, and Madison, bless her heart, just wanted to swim and play. Turns out Vivian isn't even her mom. She's her aunt using her as a prop after Madison's real mom died. That realization just about broke me. But you know what? Keisha's not giving up. "We're not leaving," she says, fiercer than I've ever seen. "We're not letting her win." We call Agent Rodriguez from the FBI. Turns out they've been tracking this Heritage Preservation Foundation that funds the whole scheme. They want us to go public, so we do. We set up a live stream, drop every piece of evidence on the internet, and within minutes, tens of thousands of people are watching. Vivian tries to storm our house screaming about kidnapping and brainwashing, but this time we're ready. Sheriff Davis and Agent Rodriguez confront her, and when she realizes she's caught, Vivian cycles through every trick. Victim hero, even outright racist, until Madison stands up, voice trembling but clear, and says, "I just want to go home to my real grandma. I don't want to pretend to be sad anymore." There wasn't a dry eye in the chat. When the FBI arrests Vivian on live camera, the whole neighborhood watches her go down, not just for us, but for every family she tried to destroy. The fallout is massive. The foundation gets shut down. Board members arrested, dozens of families come forward, and the Lakeside HOA rewrites every bylaw from scratch. Keisha starts a legal fund for families like ours. Mrs. Chen becomes the neighborhood hero. Jake helps get families their homes back. Madison moves in with her grandma, and 1 year later she's teaching swim lessons to kids from every background you can imagine. Our pool, the one Vivian tried to steal, becomes a symbol of what can happen when people fight back together. Sometimes I sit by the water watching my kids and their friends splash around, and I think about how close we came to losing it all. The real win isn't just beating Vivian or fixing the HOA, it's knowing we turned a place of hate into a place where everyone belongs. We still get messages from families, even from the ones Vivian ran out, saying they're moving back, that they feel safe again. Maybe that's the real American dream, not a house or a pool, but a community that stands up to hate and chooses to build something beautiful instead. So let me ask you, ever seen something like this in your own neighborhood? Have you or your family ever had to fight back against injustice just to live in peace? Drop your story in the comments. You never know, your words might give someone else the courage to stand their ground too. And if you believe in standing up to this kind of thing, give this a like, share it, and let's keep making ripples. Because belonging isn't about who got here first, it's about who's brave enough to make it home for everyone.